All right, let's get it back on music, man. Because 2020, you had probably one of the biggest years of your career so far, right? Quietly. You set a goal for yourself.
Yeah.
What was that goal?
So basically at the beginning of the year, I had a goal to drop 5 projects.
The beginning of 2020.
Of 2020, yeah. I had that goal to drop 5 projects. So really, what set it up is I was supposed to drop Poster Boy Troy 2. So Poster Boy Troy 2 was supposed to drop Thanksgiving 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We had some complications with the artwork and everything. Things kind of got delayed. So it kind of threw off the release date. So I was like, man, I really don't want to drop around Christmas time. So let me just push it to January. I ended up pushing it to January. And when I dropped in January, we were setting goals literally of what do we want to get done, this year? What is what's your goal? And my goal was to really work. You feel me? I was like, man, it's something that's working. It's something that's not working. So what I need to do, maybe I need to turn on my work ethic, turn on my level of output, and put out more music. You feel me? Because I was like, people get it. I mean, I know they say things take time and you got to like work records and stuff like that. And I was like, that's cool and all of that. But man, we got to put out more music though. The way music is moving nowadays. But I also want to put out quality. So my goal was literally to put out 5 projects in 2020. Just to say that I did it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so we fulfilled that goal.
I was gonna ask that. Yeah. So did you meet that goal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In January 2020, we dropped Poster Boy Troy 2. February, we ended up dropping Muse music. The pandemic hit in March, so we had to, we was kind of scrambling for a sec to figure out when we should drop music, and we just said, fuck it, man, we finna drop Till Death Do Us Part 2, which is what's the word? So part 2 of what my first project was. My first project was Till Death Do Us Part. In 2013. So we decided to bring that vibe back for Till Death Do Us Part 2, which dropped in April. Then we just worked for the summer and all of that. Worked how we could. We've been on quarantine and shit like that. So November again came back around and I was like, okay, cool. We got Muse music too.
And which number project was that?
That was number 4.
Okay.
That was number 4. And then with a month left, we had to figure it out. We had the project ready. You feel me? And we just, we was trying to figure out when we should drop it. And I think we was just kind of just not running out of time, but just running out of room. We wanted it to be done right. We didn't want to just drop it just to say we dropped it. So we ended up putting Free Play 4 out on New Year's Eve. You feel me? So December 31st, we dropped that. And with that, instead of putting it on all the streaming sites, we decided to just go direct to consumer with it.
All right, I'm gonna pause you right there because I do want to talk about that. But I did want to ask you, like, has the pandemic affected, like, your strategy at any point?
I'm not gonna say it affected the strategy. It kind of threw off some things. Like we were supposed to shoot some videos early that we ended up not being able to shoot because we couldn't use the facilities and stuff that we needed.
Yeah, and obviously you can't tour.
Yeah, I can't tour. I can't. We stopped being able to really do shows. We had a bunch of shows lined up.
Yeah,
that just kind of
What about studios? Were you like unable to get into studios?
It wasn't that we were unable to get in there. It kind of restricted us a little bit. But then since the studio got deemed essential, we was able to get in the studio and everything.
You on your own studio.
Yeah, facts.
Right. There you go.
So we were able to get in there and work, and just kind of turn it up. We didn't really we didn't really miss a step. It kind of slowed down some of the footwork on the outside, but that's just really just because of the the sheltering in place and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the 5 projects you put out, like, were there any big collaborations you did or any frequent collaborators?
Frequently, yeah. I got my boy Yasi. You feel me? Young R&B artist. Out of San Francisco, you feel me? As soon as he dropped his album and everything, he out of here.
Yeah.
You feel me? King Tahoe, you feel me? My guy from Oakland.
Okay.
Yane, you feel me? Young artist from Project Level, young female rapper. And then Pussy, my guy Pussy from Oakland, you feel me? By way of New Orleans.
Okay.
He dope and stuff. So we worked with him on a couple records and all that. Me and him got a tape we working on for this year.
Dope.
Who else
That's
was I'm working with?
Any producers? Yeah, Huncho type.
Yeah.
Any producers? Any other?
Dio. You feel me? He got one on Muse Music too. Mickey T.
Mickey T. Yeah.
Mickey T. He dope. We bumped into him in L.A. Dio. Shout out to you for that.
Yeah.
You know, link us up, Salam
He's
Sound.
from the Point though.
Yeah, he's from the Point.
He's from Hunters Point.
From Hunters Point, San Francisco, man.
Yeah.
So and that's one of the things. Holla the truth.
Holla the truth.
So, and
Yeah.
one of the things that I wanted to try and focus on more is just getting with, you know, a lot of these producers that are out here. You feel me? Like,
who did the birthday record?
Birthday was Dayla from Trap.
Oh yeah, he did Slide Through. That's what he known for. Okay.
He did Slide Through. I'm not sure exactly. I know he does some stuff for rants and all of that as well.
Yeah.
But
it sound like you not sound like it's obvious that you putting out a lot of work, you putting in a lot of effort. This is all obvious.
Right.
And it still feels like you still have a feeling of like you're not getting just due. Do you feel like San Francisco artists are overlooked, or are you overlooked, or how do you feel about that?
I feel like San Francisco artists definitely overlooked, you know, including myself. You know, and I don't really know what it is, you know, but I think it's kind of been like that, like since we've been paying attention. You feel me? I feel like when Rich, you know, was in there, and Rich was one of the biggest artists in the Bay Area, you know, they didn't really give him the title of that because he's from San Francisco. But it's like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna say it was just because he was from San Francisco, but just having regular conversations with people, they look at it and be like, "Oh, y'all from the city, but the city is really like an island." You feel me?
Right.
And then there's so many street politics and everything out here. It kind of slows things down. Like a lot of people don't like working with each other and stuff. So I think we really just get like overlooked because of people don't understand it. Like when you in the East Bay, it's Oakland, it's Richmond, it's Berkeley. You feel me? All of that stuff.
There's a lot of different hubs out there.
Yeah, even like as far as Vallejo, they all kind of just know each other because they all live in them areas.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you from the city, if you move out of the city, you're not moving to Daly City. You're not moving to San Mateo. You moving across the bridge.
Yeah.
So
and we kind of like in our own world for.
Yeah. So it's kind of different. And I mean, I don't think they overlook us because we're not making noise and we're not hot. I just think, you know, when you're not in the city, you don't really pay attention to what's going on in the city. Like, I'm not from Oakland, so I don't know what's really going on in Oakland.
Right.
But other than what I see and who I see, you feel me?
Yeah.